Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litsa and this is Coco and this is our podcast number 10. Coco and I are ready to share our past week or so with you. Coco has got a little rusk here ready for her dental health. This little rusk helps her with her gums, her teeth and her breath. So she enjoys it very much, so I'm sure it's very tasty as well. So I'll give it to her now so she doesn't have to worry about it any longer. And I will just pop her down and you'll see her maybe a little bit later. Whoops, she dropped that. She will find that now on her own. So there she is there, ready to go. You'll hear her as usual munching in the background. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you're all very well. Since I last saw you, it's been just over a week because we've been very, very busy with our market store, which was a great success. Any of you that haven't seen our videos on the day, in the morning we put one out showing you all the inventory, then a little very short look at how the store was set up, and then later on the following day I did a little bit of a roundup. So if any of you are interested and you haven't already seen it, please go and watch the last couple 2-3 videos, and that'll bring you up to date with everything that happened with the markets. I just want to thank you all for coming along with us on that journey. It was about a month's worth of chatter about it and how it was all organized, and a lot of you had so much input in how the day went because you were giving me so many great ideas and bouncing off suggestions from you, and it was really great way to have you guys be a part of it as well, and it certainly did help me along my way. So thank you so much for that. I think that it made the whole process so much more enjoyable. So that's the market day done now, the first one that I'd ever done. And for now, I did enjoy it so much that possibly in the future I will do some more. And if I do so, I will certainly be sharing that with you again. And the other exciting thing that happened since our last podcast, we had just reached our 500 subscribers, and the winner has been chosen. And congratulations again to Simone. Simone has contacted me, so now she'll be able to buy something with her prize, something yarny related, I hope. And if she does share that with me and she doesn't mind sharing it with you, I'll let you know what she goes ahead and gives herself a little treat from Coco and I, just to say thank you so much. Now our next goal will be 1,000 subscribers, so let's see how we go. We're getting, as I said, creeping closer to the 600, so we're getting there. But most importantly, what makes us successful, I believe, other than the amazing journey that we're having together, is the views. So thank you to each and every one of you that watch our videos. We certainly enjoy putting them out for you, and I'm always thinking of new content that might be of interest to you and be enjoyable. But without those views, there's no point in having 1 million subscribers if there's only one watching. So thank you so much yet again. And every single one of you, from number 1 to I think we're at 574 now, every single one of you, we are truly lucky and very blessed that you've come along this ride with us. Okay, so what have I been doing now that I've got a little bit of more time freed up just to work on a few Christmas projects and just finishing off the multitude of whips that I have. And I'm really concentrating on hopefully not extending myself so much next year, as in starting things and actually finishing them, because I get so excited when I see something new or hear about something new that I just can't help myself, and I'm forever starting something new. I'm sure that all of you experience that at times, if not all the time. I think there's very few people that I know that are crafters, let alone crocheters, that actually start a project, finish it, and then start a new one. Actually, I have a group of friends and they make me laugh because they said, well, Litsa said that it's okay to have more than one whip at a time, and I was like, okay, that's fine. You know, it's not just Litsa said. I think we all say that, but it is, you know, something that we're all, I think, a little bit guilty of. So I'm going to try very much for 2023 to finish what I've started, and then maybe just start a few things at a time rather than I have been known to maybe start 5-6 projects a week, so that needs to sort of slow down. So where am I at right now? I'm going to start off with, I'll just put my glasses on. So I'm actually working my way through as much as I can this book here, and it's the one that was the giveaway for the 100 subscriber giveaway, and I wonder if Teresa has started anything from this book as well. So please let me know if you did, because she was our first winner. So what I've tagged 14 things actually, and there are 2 that I've started on, one that I've actually completed, so that will be, you know, a finished object, which is so exciting. So it's actually this dishcloth here. Oops, I won't show you the pattern, but this is what it looks like in the book, and this is what mine looks like. I was very, very proud of myself for finishing this. The only part that I wish I had paid a little bit more attention to, because as you all know, I'm not a great sewer, is that this is just a little bit off center, the buckle. And the thing that I did different was that I put a white buckle on, not yellow. And this stitch here is what is known as the lemon peel stitch, which is basically one, and this is all US terminology. You do a single crochet, then a double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, all the way to the end. And then when you revert, like turn, then you put a double on the single and a single on the double. Excuse me, and that's how, you know, you continue backwards and forwards, and you create such a beautiful texture. This is quite a tight, you know, fabric in the end, what you create, and of course it needs to be, because it is a dishcloth. Now what I use to make it is the hobby or hobby yarn, We Love yarn, and it's the, it's a little bit glary, sorry. It's basically, they've only got numbers on here, but it's very easy to recognize that it's just a red, black and a white. And it is quite a nice cotton. I think it's an 8-ply. I believe it's an 8-ply. They call it an 8/8. Yeah, 8/8. There it is there. And it did call for a size 4 hook, and that's exactly what I use, because I think, you know, being the first time that I made this pattern, it was best to actually, you know, make it exactly the way that it called for. And something I am very proud of though, look, there's no white on the back. I actually managed to just catch onto the top loop of the stitch so that I could actually have it nice on the back as well. So that was something that impressed me for my sewing skills, because let's be real, they're not fantastic. So that's a finished project, which is awesome, and I am going to have it out on Christmas Day. I'll show everybody. Now, whether I use it or not, I don't know, but I will certainly let you know, maybe after Christmas. We'll use it as decoration for the time being. Now, the other thing that I made from this book, which I've started, and I'd really like to hear what your opinions are on this. This is the Tea Rose Spa set, and it consists of a like a soap saver and like a face wash, little scrubbies, and like what's it called? A bath poof. This thing here. So if it's a bit glary, I don't want to show you the pattern. So what I did is I didn't use these colours, and I wish I had gone with the Christmas colours, because I could have actually made the bath poof with the scrubby yarn that my girlfriend Simone gifted me when she came back from Hawaii. But that's okay, because I can remake it, because right now I'm struggling with this. I will show you 2 versions of the soap saver. So here it is. Let me just open it up for you. So basically there's the bottom. So you start off with a magic ring and do a couple of rows, and then it's V-stitch. Then you do this beautiful shell stitch around, make a little tie and tie it up. And I do have just a, you know, everyday bar of soap here, just to see if it fits, and it really does fit nicely in there. Now this is made with 2 strands held together of this cotton yarn. So there's the Flinders, the printed one. I love these colours. And then the purple. So when I did, you know, the individual colours, I used 2 strands of each because it asks, the pattern says to use a 6mm hook. And I thought, well, this isn't, I didn't think that it was thick enough, this cotton. So that's why I doubled it up. And then I got this, and then this thickness, which is really quite nice. But my concern was that it was going to be too heavy and wouldn't dry, you know, when it was wet, obviously, because it's for the shower or the bath. So then I remade it using, I'll just put my glasses down. Then I used my 5mm hook, and I used 1 strand, and I created it, and it's this. So it looks like this. There's the bottom. And then because I felt that if I had only made it exactly as the pattern, I added a couple more rows so I could get the height. See, it's still not, you know, as big. And then to make sure that you could actually see the shell stitch, these are trebles in US terminology. Because it was just double crochet that you did the shells with, you know, the original pattern. And then I thought, oh, well, let's see if the little bar of soap actually fits in here, because I haven't tried it as yet. And as you can see, it does, which is actually pretty good. Now, I personally think, and I'd love to hear what you guys think. Let me just tie that up. Actually, it's quite cute, isn't it? I think I would prefer to do it with 1 strand of cotton using the 5mm hook, purely because it, you know, the weight of the double cotton might be too much. I did also make the little face scrubbies, and I did use the 5mm hook for that, because when I tried doubling it up, it was just way too bulky. But as this was growing, I actually didn't make it as big as the pattern. I left out 1 row. But they are cute. It's just the puff stitch all around. So that's coming along nicely. But now my concern is, I've started, but I'm nowhere near finished because I ran out of time. So what I did is I've started making the little sorry, I always call it a scrub, but it's not, the bath poof, I guess you call it. So basically you just do some single crochet in a magic ring, create the little handle, the hook that you hook it off from, sorry, hang it from, apologies. And then you start off, this is only 1 row, and you need to do 3 rows. And as it grows, you know, it almost looks like a scrunchie. That's what it reminds me of. Now, if I use 2 threads, I think it'll be way too heavy. Again, it wouldn't dry. But then I'm thinking, how big will this grow? Not much more. So I will let you know how I go with this. And I will try to actually make it maybe with red or green with a scrubby yarn that I was given, and maybe just use 2 threads with that, like, you know, the 2 yarns together, and we'll see how it goes. So I will try to have this to show you next week. So you know, please be patient with me, and I will certainly get back to you and let you know what I think. I'll try to have the whole set complete, including the face washer. So that's something else that I've been working on. I'd love to hear what you guys think. As I said, I'm swaying more towards 1 strand of cotton and the 5mm hook. But, you know, in saying that, maybe if I completed both versions, and we could judge from that. But this certainly was, it was just way too thick because of the stitch. I think if you had a different stitch, not a puff stitch, it may have worked with the two strands of yarn. So they're the two things that I've, you know, started out of this book. So when I complete that little spa set, I've got 2 out of the 14 things that I want to make. So we'll see how we go with that. Time permitting, maybe I can make a few more before Christmas. If not, you know, I can, you know, make things from that book in the future. And the other thing that I've decided to do is, I don't know how many of you may recall, because I have spoken about it a couple of times, 2 or 3 times. But for those of you who are brand new and you may not have seen our past videos, I started making this little blanket, and it's this stitch here. It's beautiful, actually. I really like it. It's very plain, very simple. It's the pattern is by Glenda from Creative Grandma, and it is called the Sparkle Baby Blanket. I'm making it in just a plain color, because that's the color that my daughter and her girlfriend requested for a friend of theirs who had a little baby, and they want to gift it to the little girl. And I am using the Marvel 8-ply yarn, which is a 100% acrylic yarn. And I am using a 5mm hook for it. Now, the dilemma I faced at one stage, for those of you who don't remember, or, you know, are brand new to the channel, is that the color that I started using, I ran out of the yarn. So as you can see, and I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, it's very similar, this color to this, and yet they're different. I don't know if that helps. And my friend Roxanne and her beautiful cat Mozart, they actually sent us some happy mail, 4 balls of this one here. So here they are here. And I decided to start the blanket all over again and use this yarn, because that's what it was intended for. So when this little girl receives this yarn, it'll be extra special. It'll have a story to go with it, and there'll be just so much more love attached to it. So I have started only just, so I'm about halfway through the first ball here, and I am up to, let's count it, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got nearly 13 rows done. So as you can see, the color is just so similar. It's just insane. So I'm hoping that I will have some time to spend on that, because I really do need to finish it. It's not as if anyone else is putting any pressure on me, but I've just had it sitting there now, and you know, this little girl is probably 1 month old soon, and it is warming up here. Here in Sydney, Australia, so I would like to get it to her. So that's a project that I'll be, you know, devoting a little bit of time to, you know, each and every day until it's done. So maybe with a bit of luck, you know, if I have enough time, I'll be able to show it to you finished very soon. So that's another little whip that I'm working on quite actively, although I've got quite a few sleeping ones in the back, and I really need to attend to those as well. Anyway, so that's that. What I've been working on for the time being. But what I'd like to do now, which is actually very exciting, is I'd like to share some of Roxanne's makes with you. I wish I had the real articles here to show you, the real items, but nevertheless, Roxanne was very kind to send me some emails. And as you know, I'm very technologically challenge, so I have got photos to show you of everything, and I will give you some, you know, commentary to go with it so that you can see her beautiful makes. Now Roxanne makes these beautiful loveys. She makes the amigurumi, or the toys, and then she makes the little lovey to go with it. So Roxanne said in her email to me that the blankets are based on a 6-point blankets on a hairband. So she does use the hairband in the middle, and then she creates the little blanket. And she said she's not quite sure, but she thinks from memory that the designer is Mama J. Now this is what she looks like all dressed up here. How gorgeous is she? Oh my goodness. And she says that this, and actually all of the little loveys that I'll show you are all made using mill ends. This one in particular was made with a 3.5 millimeter hook. And the pattern is Little Bigfoot Amigurumi. How gorgeous is that? So that's that little rabbit there. And then this is so gorgeous. Wait till you see this monkey. Oh my goodness. Look at his face. Gorgeous. Now, Roxanne says that he was made from a cake of yarn from dollars and cents. And she used a 3.5 millimeter hook. And again, this is a pattern by Little Bigfoot Amigurumi. Now, in the previous one, Roxanne had actually embroidered the face on. Such beautiful work. And now wait till you see this elephant. Oh my goodness, look at it. Oh, embroidered little face. Look at the trunk. I wish I had them here to show you. Look at the detail on the end of the blankets. They've all got that little scallop edge as well. And Roxanne says that she used mill ends and a 4 millimeter hook to create the little elephant and a lovey. And she used the YouTube tutorial by Kittens and Crochet. But she did modify it slightly. So that's that one. And look at this beautiful one. Oh my goodness, look at that face. Beautiful. So thank you so much, Roxanne, for sharing with us. Absolutely gorgeous. I can just imagine how beautiful they are in real life. So whoever the recipients are, they're very, very lucky. And we were very, very lucky that you shared those with us as well. Please keep your makes coming. We would love to see them all. And on that note, I would love to see all of your makes, and I'm sure Roxanne and everybody else would love to see what you're making as well. If you wish to share them with us, please just send me an email, and I would be more than happy to showcase everybody's work. Now, speaking of showcasing people's work, those of you that are new to the channel and those of you that may not remember, because I said this in our very, very first podcast, every Wednesday night, I have a group of friends and we get together and we call ourselves Coco's Crochet Corner. And this is how this channel became a reality for me too, because it was a dream that we could all join in together, and this is just an extension to our home. And we invite you all to come to visit with us on a Wednesday night. Is the night we get together here, but across the world we can get together at any time, which is wonderful. And what we did last night, and I did ask my friend Michelle for permission to show her blanket, and she said absolutely. And then I'm hoping later on when she's finished it, I can show you the final product. But this is something that we love to do when we get together. So this is a beautiful collection of 100 granny squares. Each one is made up of 6, I'll get it a bit closer, 6 rows or rounds. And she used 4 different types of yellow based yarn. She did use a size 8 ply yarn and a 5 millimeter hook. She intends to border each and every granny square with a white border, and then she'll join it using the mattress stitch. So over here you can see when we're trying to lay it out as well. There's a step there on my lounge and we had to pop it up. But we do this often when we, need to piece together, especially a granny square blanket. We like to lay it out on the floor, and we all, like Lisa was here, and even my partner Steve was here, and we were, moving things around, and that is so much fun. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's nice to have a connection with somebody, whether it be in real life or on YouTube, via email, or whichever way you can connect with somebody somehow, just to share your experiences together. So this is why I'm also sharing this with you all, because as I say, Coco's Crochet and Coco's Crochet Corner to me are just extension of each other. So thank you for allowing us to share that, Michelle, and we can't wait to see the finished product. And I'm hoping, as I said, you know, when she does finish it, that we'll get to see it before she gives it to her beautiful daughter Sarah, who it's intended to go into. So that's that. Now I'm pretty much going to round up the podcast by saying I've got some exciting news. My daughter and her girlfriend have created an Instagram page for me for Coco's Crochet. So at the moment there's nothing on it. It's just basically saying coming soon. And I thought that I might use it as an avenue to sell some of my crochet. So now I've got the little selling bug. So we'll see how we go. I've already got some stock that I might try and see how we go. And if it is successful, then I'll just add to it. It's just another adventure. I love just, you know, trying things out. So when I actually have something on the Instagram page, you know, I will link it in my description box, but it is called Coco's Crochet. So I'm hoping some of you will go across and, you know, follow as well, and we'll see where that leads us. It is exciting. Now, on a note where I'm hoping, you know, you will all show some kindness if you have the time, of course. If you could spare maybe 15 minutes here or 15 minutes there, I would love for you to go and watch my friend Dina at Dina's Homespun Fun. She's going through a little bit of a rough patch at the moment, and I would hate to see her channel go down because she has put a lot of time and effort, and she has some really wonderful videos on there, which I myself have watched over and over again. And just to keep her channel going while she's going through this difficult time, maybe if she could get some subscribers or some views, that would be amazing. So as I say, if you could spare an extra 15 minutes out of your week, or you know, every few days, that would be something that would be very kind and would really help her. And as I said, no pressure at all, but just something to think about. As always, I always hope that you're all well, every single one of you. I hope that you're all doing something that you enjoy and have had some time to crochet. I know that I love, or like I always say, they are the best moments of every single day when I can sit down, whether it be in the morning. Sometimes it is the first thing that I do in the morning while I'm having my breakfast and looking through YouTube, catching up on some comments and answering them, and then I'm just crocheting a little bit. Sometimes I sit in my car at work if the weather isn't good enough to go for a walk, or if I have no chores to do in my lunch break. I certainly do try to sit down in the afternoon if I can, even if it's for half an hour while I'm having my afternoon coffee. But it definitely is the last thing I do every night, because that's the way that I relax, and I love it so much. So I'm hoping that all of you get an opportunity to give yourself that, you know, that self-love that you need as well. So on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Take care, everyone. Coco is actually asleep. I don't know if you can hear her. She's snoring a little bit, so I won't wake her up just as yet. I will just, you know, round up by saying take care, everybody, and we'll see you again in another video. Bye-bye for now.